Welcome back to Dubbzi Bricks for another episode of Building Gotham City in Lego. So this past weekend we were at BrickCon in Dublin, had a fantastic time there, met some amazing people and saw some fantastic builds. But it's now time to get back to building Gotham City. And we've put the Wayne Tower back in its rightful place here. Now I do want to make some improvements to the Wayne Tower. I did try to get it ready for the convention and there were a couple of bits that I didn't get done quite to the detail that I wanted to do, basically, and especially the interior. That all needs to be done, but that is for a future date. But first of all, what we're going to do is just tidy up the area around the base of the Wayne Tower, and then we're going to make a start on reinforcing the train line. As on Friday, we were able to get up to the Lego store and get all of the 2x4 black plates that we need to reinforce it. So anyway, let's get the tiles and plates out and let's get started. And we're well underway with changing the plates over to black. We've also done this section just around here now. So as we go down through the city here, as you can see, it does look so much nicer. And I think once it's got some tiles on the top of it, so the grille tiles, it will look really good. Now, one problem I am having is just around this section just here. Now, I did connect the track all up and it was okay. However, it's getting onto this support beam just here. It wants to be a little bit, it's not quite lining up basically. So I just need to work out what to do. I've got these pieces in here, which isn't a big deal as this bit's going to be going through a building, but I would have preferred to have had these in a straight line. And the only problem is if I have them in a straight line and come across to here, it's not lining up dead center on the support pillar going across the road. So I just need to work out how I'm going to go about solving that problem. The other problem I've got as well is that this one here, this support pillar, is right on the edge of a curb here. There's the entrance to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle garage, well, that's where it's going to be. So I can't move the pillar down any further. So this curved track here is just resting, or would be resting, on tiles. So again, I prefer to have it connected by some studs. So I just need to try and work out how I'm going to go about solving this little problem. And the raised train lines reinforcements are coming along at long last. As you can see the back there where the yellow bricks are, we've had to put some temporary supports there just to hold it all in place until we get the proper structures all put in there. And we've got the same down here. Now this section here has taken me hours. And this bit in particular, I think it's probably taken me about an hour and a half. And it's all down to how fragile it is until you get the track all compressed together. On the bottom, you've got one stud connected to a brick, which is then connected to the 8x8 grille plates. And it's so fragile. But as I said, once you get it all compressed together, it's absolutely fine, nice and strong. But yeah, it was really, really fiddly. But the problem we've got is we run out of the black 3x plates. And I only got that much more to go. And then I'd vowed to get that all sorted. I've searched through all my pieces and I can't find anywhere at all. And it's such a shame. Because once I get onto this part, I don't need any black plates at all because this is where the train station is going to be. I can possibly do some more work on that section over there, but I'm not sure how it's all going to line up just yet. And what I wanted to do, because I've got the two lines here, is do this first of all, and then I'll connect it up at the other end at the very end. So yeah, for the time being, I've gone as far as I can go with the train line, which is a shame as I was really hoping to get the train whizzing around Gotham City in this update. But what we're going to do now is turn our attentions over to the Arkham Island and start working on the structure for the rock work. And now the fun part begins. We're going to be making a start on Arkham Island, and this is one structure that I've been looking forward to doing for such a long time. And I'm glad we're finally down this end of the table to make a start on it. And I just need to work out what's going where. And I'm thinking at the moment I'm going to have a lighthouse on this corner here. I think that will bring a lot of character to the island and possibly changing colour as well, which I think could pop really nicely. And I think at night time having the light on the top rotating will look really good. Now with this section here, I think I'm going to have the water so it comes in to the centre of the island a little bit more. So it's almost like a cove. I think, again, that will look really good. The building is going to be pretty much where it is at the moment. However, that building is going to change quite considerably. I want to have it so that there's a lot more character to it. At the moment, this is a very symmetrical building, and I think I'd like to have it so that you got a section that comes off at a slight angle and is at a different height to what the main structure itself is. So there's lots of decisions I need to make in regards to the whole look of the structure, but that is for a future episode. At the moment, we're just going to be working on the actual structure itself here. Now, one thing I'm going to do is leave the structure underneath here blank below Arkham Asylum on that particular part. Now, what else I need to work out is where the road is going to be coming into Arkham, where the bridge is going to be. And I'm thinking from the raised platform across here is probably going to be the best option. It's probably going to be similar height to the raised platform over there. So it makes sense for it to come straight across there rather than have it coming uphill from behind the docks area. So that's just one other thing I just need to take into account. I also want to have somewhere where a boat can drop inmates off as well. That'd be quite good. So I just need to work out where I can put that, where you're going to be able to see it and it looks the best, basically. Now, one thing we do need to do is make these into Mills plates. I'm going to make it so all 6 of these Mills plates are separate so they can just slide apart and they're just kept together using a couple of tiles. That way I can take it to conventions in the future. And due to the way that I'm going to be building the structure, I'm going to need it as a Mills plate to help strengthen that all up. And that's the first section, all prepared, ready for the rock work to go on there. As you can see, I've placed the burps on there just for me to build up against. I find it's the easiest way to do so. You won't recognise the burps at all. They'll be completely covered by the time I've finished with the rock work. I'm going to do it just at this height to start with, the whole way around the island. Rest the building on top, see how it's looking, and then make a decision on whether or not to go any higher with it. Now, I am going to have the island at different levels across the whole island just to give it a little bit more character, but we'll cross that bridge a little bit later once we've got the rest of it done and seeing how it's looking. Anyway, let's take this section over to the table next, or to the coastline, and build the support up. And we've gone as far as we can with the support beams for the time being. The arch plates are just resting on the top just there. I will be going higher in certain parts of Arkham, but I've run out of the big ugly rock pieces there, so I'm going to have to just build the rock work up using the bricks. So that's going to take a little bit longer. But it's really nice seeing the structure here. It's given me a good idea of what it's all going to look like. And I'm so glad that I made the decision to build the island. So all the stress and heartache we had of destroying Gotham City, I really am starting to feel the rewards of it now. Now over the back there, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to go about that section just yet. I know, again, I want to have more rock work there with some pipes coming out, which are from the Ace Chemicals, which will be going behind it or on top of it. And the Joker's Funhouse, that is almost certainly going to be moving to where Ace Chemicals is at the moment. But I am still trying to work out where a couple of buildings are going to be going in Gotham City, such as the Cathedral. That, again, is another building that's going to be quite big. It's going to be very tall and imposing. I'm going to be modelling it off of the 1989 Batman film, or at least that's the current plan. And I just need to work out where to put a couple more buildings to enable you to free up the space for that. But yeah, it's really nice seeing the progress being made to Gotham City. Just the raised train line being reinforced around pretty much all of it is very, very satisfying. But one final thing we're going to do now is just tidy up the water section down here, get that all tiled off, just to give it a better finish. And I'll check back in once I've done so. And that's the water effects all done around this side of the island. Now, unfortunately, I have run out of the 1x1 trans blue tiles. And I thought I'd bought plenty of them, but it's amazing how quickly you go through them. I'm trying to use them as much as possible in the water to make the other tiles I've got go that a little bit further. But I'm also getting low on the cheese wedges, which is what I'm using for the wave effect. But it's really nice seeing the island start to come together here, and really looking forward to doing the rock work in the next week or so. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, please remember to give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And if you know anybody else you think could be interested in building Gotham City and Lego, if you could share the channel with them, it'd be much appreciated. Anyway, thanks for popping on by, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.